Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the news of the world, my new R-Town minicast. Each week I will bring you the news you want from the deepest, darkest locations all over the world. This is the news you will find in the back pages, the news most people pass over as they finish their double-shot macchiato frothy latte. Here we find ourselves in the last week of 2022, so let's get into it and see what we can find. Our first story comes from the land down under Utah that is, to the great state of Arizona, where a state trooper stopped and ticketed a driver for using a large inflatable Grinch in the passenger seat so they would be able to use the HOV lane. Maybe if the driver had used, a large Rudolph inflatable instead, the trooper's heart would have grown 3 sizes bigger and a ticket would have been avoided. What do you guys think? Is this, do you guys have the HOV lanes where you live? I mean, I've seen tickets for people using mannequins and stuff, but never a big green inflatable Christmas ornament. So, come on, Arizona, get it together. Let's go one state over to sunny California and the capital Sacramento, where police found the statue of Charles Swanson beheaded. Swanson was a prominent rancher and meat packer in the area back in the 19th century. Investigators are trying to figure out what the beef was with this particular statue that sits in William Land Park, and it has been since 1920. A $1,000 reward has been offered for the whereabouts of the vandals. Does anyone know where the vegetarians were that night? Let's stay in the Sunshine State for our next story, where a man has avoided jail time after drunkenly attacking a pet tortoise at a nursery in San Jose. This sick son of a bitch stabbed a 70-year-old African sulcata with broken shards of a garden gate post. Michelangelo, the tortoise, was found stabbed with the 6-inch shards and a rake handle shoved between his head and leg. Ugh. George Robles, the 42-year-old defendant, pleaded no contest to attacking the tortoise. The defendant's lawyer said his behavior against the tortoise was a result of excessive intoxication rather than animal cruelty. No jail time for the shelled herbivore abuser was given. Rather, getting off way too easy was this guy with 2 years probation, mandatory mental health and substance abuse treatment, and a ban from having any animals for 10 years. Michelangelo, the tortoise, completed surgery following the attack and is said to be doing well. Here's hoping that slow-motion reptile lives on for another 70 or 80 years. Hey, what do you guys think? Did this guy get off way too early, this George Robles guy? He's 42 years old. He gets so drunk that he goes after a defenseless animal. I mean, there's a special place in hell for anybody that can treat a defenseless animal or a child that way. Let me know in the comments what his punishment should have been rather than probation, health and mental substance abuse, and banned from having animals. Seems way too light. Alright, moving on. Our next story takes us all the way to the UK, where a Welshman named Stephen Semmons found himself traveling through the beautiful country of Colombia. And as one does, being in the cocaine capital of the world, he decided to sniff some fine nose candy off the grave of the one-time drug lord himself, Pablo Escobar. Stephen claimed to snort the blow from the grave because, as he said, it would be a laugh. Trouble is, he also live-streamed it on Facebook, which, not the best medium to use whilst committing an illegal act, kind of led him to the police to become a little suspicious, and it emerged that the Peruvian marching powder wasn't just a personal thing, and that he and 4 others were part of a large drug ring that would bring cocaine into South Wales. He was arrested and personally sentenced to a total of more than 13 years in prison. Come on, criminals, don't be so stupid. Or maybe be stupid, because, you need to get caught. All right, let's come back to the U.S. and back to the generous spirit of humanity. If you've seen some of the latest headlines with all the air traffic control issues, plane delays and cancellations, well, we've got some good news. Larry Flint's Hustler Club in hot Las Vegas is offering to anyone who can provide proof of a flight mishap, of a cancellation or delay occurring at Harry Reid International Airport, that's in Vegas. They are offering the following: a free ride to the club, free cover to enter the club, a drink, and a free lap dance. Man, what better way to forget the holiday travel blues than with some stripper glitter to go with your Yuletide? Ralph James, the general manager of the club, said, "We are doing our part by opening our doors to travelers who are most affected to ensure their extended stay in Las Vegas is a memorable one." Memorable indeed. Just don't bring home the pink eye, guys. Coming to the main stage, put your hands together for Santa's Little Helper. So each week I'm going to try to bring you guys around the world and bring you fun news stories that you wouldn't have otherwise seen or heard of. And we're going to try to do it in under 10 minutes. So tune in each week, send me some feedback. And that's it for this week's News of the World episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, laugh at, joke about, discuss, talk about it with your therapist, etc. And tune in next week for more news that matters to you. Signing off, I'm that other guy.